Hey guys, Coupon to Provide here, and today I'm coming at you with another Dollar Tree DIY, and this is going to be a light box. The retail prices on these boxes vary depending on the brand and the size, but this one is going to be totally up to you and your style for just a few bucks using affordable supplies, starting with a Dollar Tree picture frame. All you're going to do is open up that frame and gut it out. You want to make sure you save the glass and use some scissors or needle nose pliers to pull the prongs out of the inside of the frame. This is just going to make it so that we can have a flat layout. Then we're going to go ahead and begin measuring the inside of our frame. I'm going to sit mine sideways so that the length or the longer sides are on the bottom and top, and then the shorter sides are on the right and left. So my measurements are going to be 11.5 by 9.5 times 2 because there's two sides for each length. Then we're going to go ahead and measure that out on some poster board, and I like to use the tri-fold project cardboard poster board because this seems to be the most durable in all the projects that I do. I'm using a piece of scrap board, but you could definitely pick up a full one, and since we're only using a portion of it, you would definitely have some left over for other projects. The ruler, I like to go with a clear ruler. You can find these at Dollar Tree as well, along with the pink blade that I always use in all of my videos. Once we've cut out two shorter and two longer sides, then we're going to go ahead and begin prepping the inner pieces of the frame. We're going to add some foil to the back piece because this is going to help reflect that light. And then we're also going to add the foil to the longer strips. I'm simply doing this with double-sided tape. Now I use the basic brand wide adhesive tape, but you can find double-sided tape at Dollar Tree as well. They do carry the Scotch brand, and they also carry their own brand. Feel free to use whatever you like. Now that we have all of our inside pieces prepped, we're going to go ahead and begin prepping the cover pieces, and this is going to include one of the Dollar Tree chopping mats and a cardstock piece of paper. Now you can use a white paper, a drawing piece of paper, but I wanted to go with the marble print because I thought it was really nice to add a little bit of fun. Now cardstock will be a little bit thicker, so your light might not come through as vivid as you would like it to. So feel free to change whatever type of paper product you use for this cover. So all we're going to do is measure and cut down the paper to fit the inside of the frame. Once we get the measurements right, then we're going to go ahead and do the same exact thing with the plastic as we did to the front paper. You can simply put your paper down and use this as a cut guide. Now, quick tip. I have used this chopping mat many times in many videos, so trust me when I say do not cut hard into the plastic. What you want to do is hold your ruler firmly down and cut hairline strips into the plastic using your ruler as a cut guide. If you don't and you try to cut hard, you will get crooked cuts. So hairline cuts, holding your ruler firmly, because if not, it will slip. Next, we're going to take the report covers that come in a 3-pack from Dollar Tree, and we're going to take off the plastic strips that hold the paper into the cover. All we're going to do is on one side of those strips, we're going to cut it down in half. You can do this by slipping your strip onto your ruler and cutting down with your blade, or you can cut it with scissors. Either way, it works. I think if you want to have the cut side exposed, then you'll want to go with the blade because it'll make a straight cut. And if you don't care, then you can do it with the scissors and put that side facing inside the frame so nobody sees it. Either way, I'm going to be using 4 strips for my light box because I want to have 3 sections where I can put the words. Next, prepping the lights. I found a few different type of lights at Dollar Tree, and one of the sets included these little cups. I'm not going to be using these, but I'm just showing you how to prep them by cutting off the cup all the way up to the center where the light goes through. Pull it out and then add your batteries. Super simple, and you have hanging strip lights instead of cup lights. Now I have 2 sets of lights that I have from previous projects, and I'm going to be using those instead because I already had those and these are brand new, so I'll just save these for another day. The light on these are a little yellow, so I was happier to go with the other ones because they are a white light. Now, so far, I have found two sets of letters. I've found the poster board letters at Dollar Tree and the poster board letters at the 99-cent only store. Now, the 99-cent only store letters are smaller than the Dollar Tree letters, and they both have different options. Dollar Tree has black and gold, and the 99-cent only store actually comes with a ton of variety, including numbers. So you can choose which ones you want to use. But since this is a Dollar Tree video, we are going to be doing the Dollar Tree letters. Now we're going to go ahead and start playing around with our layout. I wanted to see how the letters looked when I put them into the light, and I wanted to see what the spacing would look like. And now to piece together our frame. You're going to take your clear plastic and layer that in first, put your paper on top of that, and you're going to make sure that before you put your strips into the frame that they are all equal sizes so that they match up correctly. In one of the sides, I have cut 2 notches so that the strip lights can go in through those notches. You'll see in just a minute. As we piece together the strips into the frame, I'm not going to adhere it yet because I don't want it to be permanent until it's ready to be glued down. So I'm using Scotch tape to tape the corners. I'm going to feed the lights into the holes and begin wrapping the lights around the inside of the frame. Now, if you are able to do this with your backing on and putting your lights in, then I think I would suggest you put the lights along the backing of the frame, because once I actually completed the frame, I kind of thought that that might be a good, helpful option if your lights are not too bright. If you have bright lights, then I don't think it matters. So that's just a quick tip. I think mine came out fine, but if my lights were a little bit dimmer, I would have liked it across the back of the frame backing. You want to make sure that when you're taping your lights down that you tape all the lights away from where the cover would be, because if it's hitting up against the cover, you're going to have a spot of light from the outside looking in, and it just doesn't look too clean. Now, if you're not new to the channel, then you probably recognize these few steps, making a shadow box out of a photo frame with the poster board, because I have actually used it in several other tutorials. And that is what I love to do here. I love to use repetitive systems with different projects so that you guys get comfortable with the process and are comfortable and confident with trying new things and thinking outside the box, because you already have other ways of seeing things come together because you know of the things that we've done before. So I really hope that repeating steps and systems helps you guys in creating your own things around your own spaces. So moving on, we're going to go ahead and put the backing onto the frame. I'm going to add a little bit of hot glue. I know it looks like I'm doing a lot here, but I'm not. I'm actually just lightly running it across so that they stay together, and I'm going to secure it with washi tape. This is going to ensure that if the lights happen to go out, we don't have to destroy the whole thing to change out those lights. Now I'm going to take washi tape and add a coordinated border around the entire piece just to clean it up and make it look nice and hold it all together, because you guys know I'm really big on structure. So the washi going all the way around the frame is actually going to add some structure and durability to the piece, making it a lot longer lasting for the few bucks that we invested into it. You want to make sure that it's durable enough to be moved from space to space, coordinating with your decor. So once we have all the exposed pieces wrapped, including the battery boxes, we can go ahead and start putting in our plastic strips. I'm going to show you guys how I cut these to keep them in place without having to add all kinds of adhesive and getting glue all over the place. Now I know I'm going to be using the Dollar Tree and 99-cent only store alphas, so I made sure to space them accordingly. Now you're going to take your plastic strips. On the left side and the right side, you're going to cut a very thin slit on either side, and you're going to cut out that little square. This is just going to allow you to have grooves to slide around the inside and the outside of the frame on the left and right. You'll see what I'm talking about, because as I begin piecing them into the frame, you see what I'm going for. Once I have them all in place, we're going to go ahead and begin prepping the letters. Now, most of the letters are just fine as is, but there are several letters that will tip over without support. So you're going to take all of those letters that have a rounded base and doesn't have support and tip over, and you're going to modify them. All I did was take some of the scrap plastic that I cut from the chopping mat and cut them down into tiny little strips. And we're going to take our double-sided tape or any other adhesive that you want to use and adhere those tiny strips to the base of those letters at the curve so that they have a flat base. It's going to help them stand up so that whenever you move your board or you put the letters in, you don't have to worry about them falling over. And instead of editing out a lot of the work, I'm going to go ahead and leave it in so you guys can see what I'm going for here with all of the alphas. Now, you definitely don't have to do everything the way that I'm doing it as far as decor, but this is a Dollar Tree DIY, so I did want to make sure that I use items that you can typically find at the Dollar Tree. But always remember, any project that I show you guys, you can go as extreme with it as you would like. I would definitely suggest maybe spray painting the box and making it look a little bit more rustic if that's the look that you like, or doing it a solid color if you like more modern. Distress it, do whatever you want. This is just the foundation for the piece and you can change it up over time to coordinate with your own personal style. I always like to throw that in there just to keep it in mind that it is always the foundation for a project, and it's just providing the information to actually begin creating the project on a budget, and you guys can change it up however you like. If you do happen to recreate anything, feel free to tag me on Instagram or put it at #creatingwithctp. You could even post it in the Facebook group if you are in there. Either way, just share it because we all love to see it. Now moving on, we're going to go ahead and begin putting everything in its final place. Once you have all of your pieces into the frame, we're going to begin securing everything in place. So again, for me, structure is very important, and I believe that finding a way to secure everything together as one piece adds durability to any structure. So I'm going to begin putting all of the strips in place. Once I do that, I'm going to take some black washi, which is coordinating to the outer border, and I'm going to cover each one of the strips. I'm using a thin washi so that it doesn't overlap and look kind of messy and I don't have to do any cutting down. I'm going to do that for all of the pieces in the frame. Once I cover them left to right, I'm going to go around the entire border of the frame and make it all coordinated as one piece. As you guys know, if you've seen any of my tutorials, cleanup is essential. It's the one thing that makes your piece look polished and put together and not like a DIY. By going around and cleaning up anything that is not straight line, anything that is overlapping or hanging off or doesn't look as nice, always make sure that you put in your best effort into cleaning up before you are completed with your entire project. And that is pretty much it, guys. You cut the lights and you have your own light box. How cool is that? And it was only a few bucks. I have to say, I absolutely love the way it came out. It's so very clean line and well put together, and it just fits in so well. I love it. So I do hope that you guys enjoyed this Dollar Tree DIY light box video. I did it in the most affordable way possible so that you guys are able to recreate this on a budget with easy steps and instructions. If you did enjoy, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, comment, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, Google+, and my Facebook group at Coupon to Provide. And don't forget, guys, keep couponing. Bye!